disciples were going on a mystery walk. So they retired a little early and arose while it was dark. Peter, James and John were silent and wouldn't even talk as they struggled up that mountain that Jesus babbled about a mark. And when they reached that mountain top, they rested for a pace, wondered what his mission was, maybe another healing case. But today you will see a wonder that I'm not of this human race. So take note of all the changes and measure well this faith. Finally they stood and Jesus raised his hands and head. Slowly he closed his eyes and the tree began to dread. In the twinkle of an eye and his clothing began to shed. Then his earthly body vanished and a newness came instead. He became a brilliant white light and his face began to shine. Suddenly Moses and Elijah appeared, prophets of a holy line. And the three stood together and communed for a time. And Jesus revealed a mysterious image of that of an ancient kind. And you've been called to follow this truth of glorious light, this God of great glory that will brighten your darkened night. Earthly life is a trial and includes a kingdom fight, but he will empower your weakened soul with blessed joyful heart. For we have a blessed hope, and it is in God Most High. Our fall from grace in Eden that condemned us all to die. Only Jesus' blood and life will bind that broken tie. For on that very cross we heard the kingdom heave a sigh. And the next strange thing to happen was the covering of that cloud, and out of it a voice that thundered, shouting out aloud, "This is my beloved Son, of whom I'm very proud." So listen well to his teachings, and on bended knees they bow. The disciples heard that voice, they turned to see who spoke. Jesus touched their heads and said, "It's only me, you know. After I face that cross, then I will send you out to go. But I will join you with my presence, and you will birth my holy glow." In the midst of the strange experience, the three began to fear. The kingdom stood before them all and drove their holy spear. This wonderful show and tell that made all very clear that Jesus is the Father and Christ of their holy kingdom sphere. So returning down that mountain as three very troubled souls, they were told by Jesus himself to put that vision on hold. The Son of Man must work till he's strung upon that pole, and in the glory of that ascension man would know the kingdom goal. this God of great glory that'll brighten your darkened night. Earthly life is a trial, and it will take kingdom fight, but He will empower your weakened soul to a blessed, joyful high. For we have a blessed hope, and it is in God Most High. Our fall from grace in Eden had condemned us all to die. Only Jesus' blood and life will bind that broken tie. For on that very cross we heard the kingdom heave a sigh. So Jesus revealed His fatherly status. For a moment He chose to hide. He only visited the earth to restore His created image and pride. And you would surely meet Him, you would either fall or rise. For His love flows from that cross for you, where He bled and cried and died. These three disciples were ordinary men, just like you and me. They were just plain fishermen, living off from the sea. They failed to see the Father in Jesus, even while on their knees. If they only overcame that sun image, the church in the crash would agree.